we're going to quickly try to highlight some of the mission areas, and I wanted to bring up a map first, and let's see if I can do this pointer thing, because this should be interesting. I was just going to show you some of the areas that we're going to talk about real quickly. So, Korea and the Philippines, right here. Korea's up here, Philippines here. Then Russia, you should be able to see that one. Pakistan. Okay, let me find the map, and then I can find Pakistan right there. Pakistan. Mozambique and Malawi are right in here. There's Mozambique. And then Malawi's right up here. And then we go up a little ways, and that's Kenya. And then we're going to go over to South America, to Peru, and then Haiti. Oh, no, first we're going to do Nicaragua. And then Haiti, which I think is there. And wait, that might be there, and then the Dominican Republic is part of the island, and Haiti's part of the other, so I'm not sure, but it's right in there. And then, of course, Mexico. Okay, that gives you a little heads up real quick. So this is a picture of Pastor Steve Ahn, and he is from South Korea, and he's doing the ministry in South Korea, and also, of course, in the U.S. So he has a college in South Korea, and then also the ABC, which is the Atlanta Bible College Korean Extension. So that is a picture of him teaching there. So that's one of our mission areas. In the Philippines, this is Larry Rankin from Kashmir, Washington. He spends about half of his year in the Philippines. He travels around the islands, preaching and teaching the good news. There's many families that look forward to his visits. Here's another picture of him. He does a lot of Bible studies. He's always searching out new contacts. And then here's a picture of Sarah Blanchard and Mariah Railton. So they went over Christmas break to the Philippines. Sarah turned 18 while she was over there. I think Mariah turned 18 in December, but right before they went. So, and they did taught Sunday school classes. Of course, they had to have an interpreter, but they had just a very blessed trip, and I know they were a blessing to others, but it was as much a blessing to them. And we heard a lot about that at the mission conference that we were at. And then, of course, this is Maxime, who is in Russia, and as someone who wrote some of this up said, it just makes us tired hearing what he does. Monday through Friday, he works full-time at a local hospital, and then twice a week after the hospital, he goes to children's homes for several hours to do sports with the kids. Then when he gets home, he's on the computer corresponding with people that have reached out on our website or on his group page. And he currently has over 52,000 subscribers to his One God page. He makes telephone calls around the country, and he proofreads translations. And then on the weekends, he goes and visits isolated members all over, sometimes by bus, by train, and even has flown when he gets the funds given to him. So it's unbelievable what he's done. And he has, I don't have that down, but he's baptized, I think, close to 20 people already. So for all these people, as you're seeing them, be in prayer for them. They're your brothers and sisters. They're your brothers and sisters in Christ. We have 8 congregations in Pakistan. And of course, being a light for Jesus is very difficult in that country when they're so surrounded by people hostile to God's message. They're presenting them a Bible. There's one of their services. See the men on one side, women on the other. And here we have quite a few of Africa. This is Mozambique. There's 300 congregations meeting in Mozambique today, or probably maybe have already met. Mozambique is a country about 2 times the size of Africa, but it's very poor. They have a lot of setbacks because of drought and civil war. 45% of their population is younger than 15 years old, and their life expectancy is about 53. That they have a great thirst for the gospel. I don't know if that was supposed to be like the church building that they were meeting in, or what, or little, what do we used to call those, I can't remember. Fredericktown back in the day, they had an arbor, that's what I was trying to think of. I thought that was interesting. I'm sure that was a novelty. Okay. And we need more resources to build more churches in Africa. It costs $2,000 to build a church in Africa, in Malawi and Mozambique, and in Kenya it costs $3,000. And this is Pastor James and Maurice, and they are the leadership in Kenya, and they spend most of their time serving and equipping future leaders in their community by studying the scriptures with them. And they both have huge servant hearts, it said, and they're a constant source of encouragement to all who have the pleasure of meeting them. Of course, that is Joe Martin, who is with them. There's the sign. It's another church building. And some of the team from that went last year to Kenya. And the one gal, Kim Laurent, on the right, spoke to us at the mission conference. And this is Kim Raper, and this is the shirt. She sold shirts online to raise funds for the church, to build a church, and she was successful, and through her efforts, a church was built. So she raised $2,000. And Kim Laurent at the mission conference was pointing out that this was a even better built church than some of the other ones. As you notice, it goes all the way to the ground. And Kim Laurent really liked that. She says, so there's not little creatures and little snakes sliding in during church. So it's built very well. You can see the beams and everything. So I remember her saying that. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, did you see that?
The window looks like.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. It's curtains, yeah. And these children are part of the Twiga school that was in our insert a couple of weeks ago. And this is also in Kenya, Kilgoris, Kenya. And James and Maurice help oversee a school for orphans and children. And the purpose is to live out the gospel by meeting needs, teaching truth, and showing compassion. And so this is kind of Kim Laurent's heart. And they've raised enough money that they built a playground, they've built a kitchen, they can have a cook and a teacher. It costs about $150 a month for the school. Aren't they adorable? Then we go to Peru, and we don't have a picture of Maria. She is the widow of Pastor Bader, who died in 2008, but this is the building that they meet in. So she has a small group there. They carry on in Lima. And then this man is, and I don't know if I really knew much about him, Edwin Mauricio Alza. He oversees 10 churches in Peru. He left the pastorate of a large congregation of another denomination when his Bible studies led him to believe in the one God and the coming kingdom. So he works very hard proclaiming the truth and reaching out to others. And then in Nicaragua, this is Alex de Villa, and he has a radio broadcast ministry, and I think they also meet. And I love this picture. There he is with another gentleman. I don't know if you can read it, but he says, "I'm so tough, I vacation in Detroit." And I love this. We think, wow, it's really, we're really risking our lives if we go to some of these countries. Well, this is what some of these countries think about us. They're not going to go to Detroit. I just love that. We have to get a better perspective. Okay. And then Haiti. And the first photo was taken when team members were celebrating in a church service in Haiti. This was a while ago. And they were celebrating the new church and orphanage. And then, of course, tragedy struck last October with Hurricane Matthew. Over 500 people died, and including 8 of our brothers and sisters, and 2 of them were pastors that died. So many homes and buildings were destroyed, including 2 of our churches as well as the 2 pastors. So much of their livelihood is very sad. And to lift them up in prayer. And then, of course, our Church of God work in Mexico, and everybody, many people should know Lupe. And it all started in 1961 when Roberto Badillo traveled as a migrant worker to Blanchard, Michigan. When he returned home, he carried a Bible to his village of 1,200 people, and it was the only Bible in the whole village. And since that time, hundreds of people have been taught through the ministry of Roberto and Lupe, Dean Moore, Rachel Carr, Alice Aldrich, Judy Myers, teams that have gone to conduct the annual Vacation Bible School. The 100 Church of God people have continued to go on the trips and to serve God in the work in Mexico. And today in the Oregon, Illinois Church of God, they are honoring Dean on his 90th birthday and for all of his service. And I would like our missionaries that went to Mexico to stand right now. We have 4 of them here. There they are. And they serve too. Please stand up. You went to Mexico. Because I think sometimes our children, you know, they were younger and they don't realize what you did. So thank you for your service and serving.
What do we know about the
Not a lot, because of course the teams don't go down anymore because of the danger in Mexico now, because of the drugs and everything. You can't go.
She looks really good.
Yeah, she looks. I think that was a picture from a while ago. So, yeah. But I just kind of want to end up with saying it's amazing what one Bible can do, and I really want our young people to hear this. Who can you give a Bible to? Because it might change a life. It might change a village, and it might change hundreds of lives.